Greetings, everybody. It's Red Hunter. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a new series on this channel, Madden 21. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play offline in solo mode.
Select the team you want to join.
We're going to rebuild the Jacksonville Jaguars. And not only are we going to rebuild them, we're going to relocate them.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
Yes, thank you, game. So we're going to change role. So we have to be able to we have to be an owner in order to be able to relocate. And these are our backstory choices. Former player. It makes our team more popular. This gives us an advantage of fans' happiness, but this is what we want. We want the financial advantage because you start with more money. We're going to be called Nick Owner. We're going to play with some league settings. We're going to put it on Pro. Relocation, everyone can relocate. Coach's firing is on. Salary cap is on. Superstar abilities are on. We'll go ahead and put this at 15 minutes. And then that's going to be it. Everything else will be pretty standardized. So why Pro? Why am I playing on Pro, right? That's going to be the question I'm going to get. Well, the answer is I have very limited Madden experience. I played through one franchise and a little bit more. I played maybe a dozen. I have not played a ton of games, let's just say. So because of that reason, I'm not very good, as you will see. And we're going to go ahead and start on Pro. If Pro gets too easy, I'll switch up in difficulty to All Pro, and then I think the final difficulty is Madden. So we're going to go ahead and go from there. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the news. Big Cat in Jacksonville. The Jaguars' fortunes are now in the hands of Nick Owner, who is looking to guide Jacksonville to its first ever Super Bowl appearance. Does business translate? Today, Nick Owner became the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They bring years of successful business practices, but will transfer to the NFL. This is nothing but good for the Jaguars. Just because you're successful in business doesn't mean you'll be successful on the field. Jags just want the owner to provide clarity and a direction. Jags changing owners again. Let's see what owner brings to the table. The desert awaits. Vegas. Raiders have moved to Vegas. DeAndre Hopkins joined the Cardinals in a very stunning trade. I still have no idea why Houston made that trade. None. Just dumb. Yep. Lamar Jackson was the reigning NFL MVP. And Joe Burrow is with Cincinnati. Tampa has gone to Tampa has taken Tom Brady. We know in real life this ended up in a Super Bowl, but how will it happen in the game? So this first season is going to be a lot of trading, a lot of simming, a lot of acquiring assets for later. We're not going to be playing any of the games at all. Go ahead and upgrade but before we upgrade our players, actually, we want to do a couple things. First thing we want to do is go to My Coach Schemes. We want to change our schemes. So, it's vertical run zone, 77. Nope, 81 vertical power run. .96 is probably the highest. I want to be the base 4-3. We'll stay with the playbooks for now. Alright. Now we're going to upgrade the players so that we can start pulling out scheme.
This is the player
fits.
card. Here you can see your player's strengths.
I thought I turned that off. that develops at a normal pace. Let me go turn off tutorials. I thought for sure I turned off tutorials. I did not. Alright, we'll fix that. Now that's good. Okay, we're gonna, we're simming a lot. So let's go ahead and look at our team right now. And then we're gonna start talking about what positions can we upgrade. And who can we upgrade for. Alright, so we've got some good players. He's okay, he's good. And then we've got a lot of okay players on the line. We have good receivers. Westbrook and Shark are good receivers. Fournette's a good running back. Minshew, I mean, the jury's still out on him. He doesn't fit our scheme. Minshew's probably trade bait. Alright, so that's for that. Defense, we've got some potential studs. We've got Allen and Naiku. I'm bad with names, but this dude. And these, the line has some potential studs on it. Linebackers, 2 of the 3 are good. Jacksonville's got the defense to become to become the Saxonville that they were at one point, and that's going to be the goal. The goal is going to be to build this defense into a ferocious unit. Anyway, that's that. What can we do to improve our team? Well, we can look into free agents, and we can go, well, what kind of free agents do we want? We want free agents that fit our scheme, but also any free agents we pick up now, we're going to have to pay for in the off season. But here's the thing. We're actually going to pass on free agents because we don't really want to improve our team right now. Uh-oh. Happened. My controller blanked out for a second there. Sorry about that. But what we are going to do is make some trades. So we want to be bad we want to be as bad as possible, as quickly as possible. So we're immediately going to trade our quarterback. I'm going to see if anybody wants him as a red. Like, immediately the Broncos find them to be high value. But who else finds them to be high value? So the color codes. Green means very interested. I mean, it says right here, green, high, medium, low. We're looking to trade with people who are green. And why are we trading our young quarterback? Well, he doesn't fit our scheme, for one. And I'm not sold on him. Alright, it's Broncos it is. Broncos, you guys going to give me a first round pick? I mean, this guy's really good. They're probably not going to trade any of these people. Will you make this trade? You are interested in him. I was trying to get a first rounder for him, but that's okay. What else will you give me? Will you give me a second and third rounder? What else do you need? You need a fullback and a strong safety. Will you give me... Will you do it just for second rounder? There we go. That's fine. Look, we just turned a 70 overall player into a second round pick. I'm okay with this. To be honest, Joshua Dobbs may get the start. Who? Does anybody want him? He's pretty bad, but can we get like a 6th round pick for him? How about something like this? Okay. That's cool. Good. Stripping of this team of assets continues. We're gonna do a complete rebuild now. We want to talk to the Buccaneers because what will you give? Will you take like a 2nd round pick for him? Actually, I have multiple 1st round picks, and now I have multiple 2nd round picks. Will you take a 2nd round pick for him? Okay, but that's got to be close. We could probably. What about a 2nd and a 4th? 2nd and a 3rd. Buccaneers are interested but need significantly more value. What about... We have no available players to trade back. Oh, who can we trade away? What about something like this? There we go. So we just turned a player that doesn't fit our scheme and to a 2nd and 3rd round pick into Chris Godwin, who's one of the best young receivers in the entire game. So we're okay with that. What we want from you now? No, is we want your, what is it, your right guard? It's right tackle. And we'll turn... Who can we trade you? You need right outside linebackers. I don't think he fits our scheme. I also don't think... Yeah, let's see if will you make this trade? We may have to make... How about something like this? Okay, you don't want this guy at all. How about this? Why him? Because I know he develops into a good player, but they don't want to make that trade, so that's fine. What about your free safety? What about Winfield Jr.? Because he fits our scheme. Alright, so you took Winfield Jr. for a 2nd round pick. We know Winfield Jr. Is an amazing player, and he fits our scheme. That's our free safety for the foreseeable future. We just got him for a 2nd round pick. What are the other assets that we can trade away? Let's go ahead and look at our salaries. Let's sort by years remaining. So who are these players are we not going to re-sign? Like, we're not going to re-sign this guy. Smoot, we're not going to re-sign. Probably not going to re-sign him. We'll see if he fits. But we're definitely not going to re-sign him. We've already got a right end. So let's see if we can turn him into a pick. By the way, there's no music because I don't want to get copyright striked. Is anybody interested in him? Give me a pick for him. How about a 4th round pick? Alright. How about a 7th round pick? Alright. So you probably would have done it for a 6. That's fine. We just, again, why, you might ask, why make that trade? And the answer is because we're not re-signing him. So because we're not re-signing him, we might as well get something for him. Alright. Let's go position by position, see who we can trade away. I mean, who needs a running back? Maybe not trade him immediately. There's nobody at fullback to trade away. I think Conley is, yeah, Chris Conley needs to get traded to somebody. We're also going to reevaluate trading with some people at the trade deadline, which is in week 8. Okay, so nobody wants him right now. So for now, we're going to go ahead, move on, start simming. Alright. And yeah, we're good. Go ahead and upgrade our players. We're going to manually upgrade everybody. Because manually upgrading players will let us take a look at them, discuss what our plans are with them. So he's a 1-year player. We've got him on a cheap deal. We're probably going to keep him. Again, cheap deal, draft pick. Probably will keep him. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Mike Glennon is very much a backup. He probably will get cut. So we also want to start filling out our practice squad, which is what we're going to do with free agents. Wait, why can't we sign you to our practice squad? So you can see we have 52 million in cap room. Or will have 52 million in cap room if we sign this man, which we're not going to do. Can we not sign practice squad players until after? We can't sign them until after the preseason and cuts. Okay, that's fine. So we're 1-1 in the preseason, which is not where we want to be. I mean, preseason doesn't matter. This guy's a keep because he's a young player. There we go. You can see we're making money. Let's go ahead and upgrade some players. And we're going to take a look at their once it comes to the point where we need to re-sign players, we'll start deciding who we want to keep, who you want to trade. But he's a keep. He's a probable keep as well. We're not going to re-sign him, so he's a keep. I mean, he's going to be trade bait. I can't believe we turned a second-round pick, second and third round pick, into him, and he's a superstar. And all right, so let's cut some players and talk about why. This guy's trash. 25 overall. He has no redeeming qualities. This guy's a 55 overall. Cutting him gives me no advantage. We're gonna move him to the practice squad. He doesn't meet our standards, it's true, but we're gonna move him to the practice squad anyway. This guy will cost us cap space, only 30K, but still. But we will. We've got a lot of cornerbacks. So we're going to move him to the practice squad. Again, moving him to the practice squad. We don't have an unlimited amount of spots on our practice squad, though, so cutting this player will increase our cap space. We're just going to go ahead and cut this guy. We're just going to go ahead and cut this guy. We're going to move him to the practice squad. We're just going to cut this guy. We'll lose a little money, but it's fine. We're going to cut this guy for 750K. Who else do we want? Is there anybody here that we want to? Cutting RB Jones would give us 3.4 million and cap space. I think we should do that. Cut this guy as well. Cut this guy because he sucks. He's got more potential. Yeah, this guy doesn't meet our standards for sure. 28 years old, 67 overall. Anyway, let's go ahead and advance to week. And now let's look at the team. Who can we sign to the practice squad? We can sign one player, and it'll be this guy. Alright, we don't need to sign anybody to our active roster. If he survives the season, let's go ahead and upgrade our players. You're a scheme fit and you are a rookie, so that's good. You're 28 overall, and you're pretty good. All right, let's talk negotiations. So Chris Godwin wants to negotiate immediately. We are going to do this. But we need. Okay, so let's talk about priorities to re-sign. One, Chris Godwin's a priority to re-sign. Fournette's a priority. This dude's a priority. Westbrook's a priority. This guy's not a priority. He doesn't fit our scheme, and he's 30. This guy will probably re-sign for 1 year. He fits our scheme. It'll let us develop players behind him. This guy's getting traded, but he doesn't know that yet. This guy's also getting traded because we might as well turn these receivers into picks. This guy we might re-sign for 1 year. This guy will probably, he's a backup. We could probably, these guys are all going to probably be traded. 1, 2, 3, 4 if I can. And if I can't, we'll consider re-signing them. We'll go ahead and re-sign you because you're 74 overall at 24. You have potential. We'll consider re-signing you. Again, we'll consider re-signing you just because we need offensive linemen. We'll probably re-sign you, but we'll see what our tight end situation's like. You're not getting re-signed. You're getting traded. We might re-sign you. No. 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 So those are our plans, tentative right now. Let's go ahead and start negotiations. Now, here's the thing. The signing bonus comes right out of our pocket as the owner. So we want to increase the salary first, signing bonus second. 4 years will take him to 28. We want him for... So we can look at our cap room now with the changes that we made. And we see we have a lot of cap room. We're going to re-sign him for 7 years because he's a superstar. And he could easily be a superstar X factor. And I like my guys on long-term deals. It'll also make him easier to trade if needed. So we're going to bump his salary up to like 9.8. We're going to leave his bonus where it is. That's a good offer. It is a good offer. I know. That's why we did it. And now we get an immediate question about... coming off of a poor season a year ago and now less than impressive preseason, where is your team headed this year? There's always this win now mentality and it can be dangerous. We're going to win. Just may take a little more time for everything to come together. Alright, we got another media question. Okay. So we obviously are going to re-sign him. That was obviously done before the negotiations. A media question should really be up top, but we lost a practice player, so let's go ahead and go replace him. While we do that though, let's go ahead stadium and let's go ahead and click on relocate. And let's go ahead and go to we lost our running back. This would let me, for example, if I had signed a player that was better than the current player, I would be able to click on that and generate the best lineup. But as it's not. We're going to go week by week to make sure anything doesn't happen. Let's go ahead and view the weekly awards, see what's going on in the league. So Lamar Jackson, 23 of 35, 363 pass yards, 4 passing touchdowns. And then our guy got ACC Defensive Player of the Year of the year. Of the week. 13 tackles, 1 sack. We lost 17-14. I'm not unhappy with that. I want to lose. We want high draft picks. Alright. The goal here is planned for multiple years. How did you do, by the way? You were actually pretty good. You were 12 of, I mean, not pretty good. You were decent. 12 of 24, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, not bad. Not bad at all considering you're a rookie. You aren't that good, and you've been thrust into the starting position. Yep. Let's go ahead and advance the week. Okay, 3 players are ready to negotiate. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players. We're 0-2, but we're losing close games. But we're 0-2, which is fine. I want to, like I said, losing is the goal right now. He was our rookie. He is our rookie receiver, isn't he? He is a rookie, yeah. This guy needs to be a run stopper because it fits the scheme of our defense. This guy's a potential superstar at some point. I'm pretty sure he's a really good player. I wish I could have the music on in the background. I just cannot. All right. Players ready to negotiate. This is good because this will give us an idea of what we want to do. Let's go ahead and snag Fournette because he's a superstar running back. 5 years would put him at 30. Do I really want him at like 31, 32? Or do I want to replace him with a different back? I may offer him this. That's fine. All right. We re-signed him for exactly what he wanted. But let's get you for 6 years and get you at $8 million and make you. That's a lot of money to tie up in you, though. Everything aside from the salary is great. What? I bumped the salary. Come on, man. Come on, man. And you can see the funds are going down. We're putting up a lot of money up front. That's okay, though. We'll get him signed. Yeah, let's go ahead and auto-generate rookies. And let's see what's going on here. We need some quarterbacks. We'll put you on our... Wow. Throw power, throw on the run, throw accuracy deep. You're an improviser, but we're going to go ahead and put you on our draft board anyway. Right tackle is another position we need. But you're... So what are these numbers? For those who haven't played Madden, these numbers are their talent level. So these are their projections for their grades. but these are the actual talent levels. So we want people whose talent levels meet or exceed their draft level. So, for example, these two players, Conrad and Jimmy, are worthy of being drafted in the first round. These two players are not. You don't want to reach for players if possible. Also, players that, why does scheme matter? Players that fit your scheme will accumulate points and improve faster. So what else do we need? There's a left outside linebacker. We want to grab as many scheme players as possible, but it's not always going to be the ability to have scheme players. For the moment, we're just going to go down and see who the best available players are. And then we'll focus in specifically on what we need. Breakout quarterback. You want 300 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the win. I mean, I could, but there's really no. Well, if it happens, it happens. But like, we're definitely not going to play it because we'll go ahead and upgrade our kicker so he's more accurate. He's a superstar kicker, which is crazy, but there you go. We're definitely not playing any games this year. And he's definitely not our QB of the future. We'll take a look probably around the midway point to find out what's going around on in the league, see who's winning, who's not winning, that kind of stuff. Bengals are 2-1. Okay. You don't like the salary. We'll put you at 8.5. That's really the best we can offer you. Okay. We'll bump you to 5 million. See if you want to sign this. You will. We're signing our players for the long term. All right. That's fine. I'm ready to start the negotiation process. We're not interested in negotiating with you. You don't fit our scheme, although I'd rather trade you for something if I can. So DJ Hayden, let's see if we can get something for you. It's going to be cornerback. Does anybody like him? You don't have the cap room. That's the other thing we've got to look at too. He's expensive. We've got to look at teams that can afford him cap-wise. Like them. Does anybody like this guy? Does anybody need cornerbacks? You guys need cornerbacks. We're going to go ahead and Christian McCaffrey is that what a pick to nail. But what I want from you guys is draft picks. What about like a 3rd round draft pick for him? about a 4th round draft pick? What about a 5th round draft pick? Give me something. Come on. Bro, really? What about a 4th round draft pick for next year? Alright. What about a 5th round for next year? Come on, guys. You guys gotta give me something. What about a 6th round pick? Give me something for this guy. There we go. See, again, and this cap room is cap room going into next season. We want to potentially be able to be free agent players if I want to make that jump. But again, there's nothing wrong with getting rid of getting what we can for players. Alright, so let's look at what our picks are. So we've got 2 1st rounders, 2 4th rounders, a 5th rounder, 3 6th rounders, and 2 7th rounders. So we're going to need to dig deep into the draft to pick up some players. So let's continue to scout 1st round players that we need. What positions do we need to scout, though? We don't need to scout wide receivers or right ends. We do need cornerbacks, though, but really. So this guy's good. Both of these guys fit our scheme, and they're good. This guy fits our scheme, but he's not good. And just because it's always a good idea to do so, we should scout the linemen. So we don't need right ends. And in fact, do we need a tight end, though? I mean, okay. We're looking for very specific things from this draft, and I don't mind trading picks away for players that are going to help long term. So, in the meantime, we'll get what we can for some of these players. Find out what you've earned. Did we earn anything? Nope, we didn't earn anything. We're still 0-4, which is fine. Let's view the available cities. So we're looking at London, which is huge. We want to go to a huge market because. So we're looking at London, Houston, Chicago, Brooklyn, or Mexico City. So let's discuss the pros and cons as I view them of each of them. Okay, so Mexico City, huge, hardcore, international would be a market we could dominate. So, and it's contiguous with the United States, so travel and all that stuff not that much worse than going to Texas. London, overseas, huge, loyal, high fan interest, definitely a possibility. Oakland's not what we want. St. Louis, not what we want. Oklahoma City, not what we want. Houston's already got a team, but we could be that second team, and they are a loyal market. Chicago already has a team. They're hardcore. The problem is the fan interest isn't going to be as high because they've already got a team. Brooklyn features a huge market. It's right by New York. We would make a ton of money in Brooklyn, I think. They have a hardcore fan base though, which means that they're going to want success. And I'm not sure what the turnaround time for this is going to be. So what choices? We want to go to somebody that has green interest. You know, I think moving overseas is a little crazy. So I honestly feel like we should exclude Houston and Chicago because they already have NFL teams. So I feel like the choices are between between Mexico City, which Diablos and Golden Eagles, and Brooklyn. Can't we? Okay, Brooklyn. The Beats, the Bulls, and the Barons. I don't like the Bulls. I don't like the Beats. And the Barons are okay as a name. And yes, we could keep our Jaguars name, but the Brooklyn Jaguars, nah. Mexico City Jaguars, nah. We're gonna go to Mexico City. Get D.D. Westbrook. We'd love to break you out, but we cannot play. Are we gonna re-sign you? Maybe. Yeah, I think we should. We're gonna give you exactly what you asked for. I'd like to take in a better salary. Okay, then. In that case, is anybody interested in a team helping them now? We'll probably just... Why let him walk when we can trade him for somebody? Again, we appreciate what you're doing, Mr. Rookie. You're filling a slot. You're filling a need. Alright. We have an injury. Who's injured? Fournette's out with a broken hand. Why, Fournette? Why? Answer immediate question. You're officially moving the franchise after the season, but why do you assume you'll be more successful there than here? This is good business. We're now head to a We'll now head to a bigger football market, which is important for... Alright. Let's go ahead and scout some players. Let's start looking at positions of need. So... we have a quarterback in the second round that fits our... We'll look at the undrafted one just to make sure there's no diamond in the rough. So, yeah. We may be doing, it may be Conrad or bust right now, because we're not seeing anything of real interest. Find out what you've learned from the game. We won? No, I didn't want to win. I don't want to win. Stop winning. Make you a better pass protector. Make you a better runnable threat. Make you suck less as a backup. You guys are fine again as backups. Josh Allen is really good. Alright, players are ready to negotiate. Al Woods, you like this salary? What? You know what? We'll bump it up to like 3.5, but that's about all we're gonna offer you, and it's just for 1 year. Chris Conway and Keenan Cole. We're not interested in either of those players and keeping them. I mean, so we don't need halfbacks really. Let's go ahead and look at left tackles. See if there's anyone of interest. Nobody that fits my scheme. That's okay. We may just re-sign Cam Robinson then. Let's look at right guards. Right guards is a lot of trash, but there are some potential players we'll have to look into. He's a steal in the 5th round. He's going to be a player we've got our eye on. We're going to grab him earlier than the 5th round though. Probably. So we're going to pick up some 2nd and 3rd round draft picks so we can start scouting those areas heavily. Of course. But let's go ahead and look at our defensive needs as well. Left outside linebacker. We can't fully scout him yet. Alright, let's go ahead and improve the team. Go to the trade center. Manual trade. Wide receivers. Chris Conley. Does anybody want him? Does anybody need a receiver? Come on, guys. Somebody's got to need a receiver, right? What about you guys? Does anybody have a receiver on their list? Another. Didn't I? How do you have a team need as a quarterback? I traded you a quarterback. Alright. What about a 4th round pick for next year? That's closer. What about a 5th round pick? What about a 5th round pick for next year? Alright, that's fine. Then we can manually trade Cole as well. guy's younger, so he might have some. You know who's suck and always needs somebody. He'd be your second or third best receiver. Come on now. What about something like this? What do you need that we can get rid of? Andrew Nor, your cap hit is. You know, I do wonder though if we could. You know. Yeah, he's amazing, but they're never going to trade him. Oh, they picked up Devontae Freeman. Interesting. This trade would put them over the salary cap if accepted. Please make a different offer. Fine. Can we send you a pick? Oh wow. Okay. You'll do it for 2 4th rounds. They probably would have done it for 1. I think I might have overpaid for OJ Howard, but he is an 81 overall. If I give you a 3rd round for next year. Alright, that's fine. No. I want your middle linebacker. Wow, you'll give me Devin White? Alright, now we get to trade. You know what I want from you is, something like this. Oh, come on, you can give up a 1st round pick. We'll also give you a wide receiver. And we'll give you like a late round pick. That's close. Who do you not like? That's 6, 7, 8. Come on now. Or am I keeping both Devin White and... Nah, I'm That's a good... What about a third round pick? Something like this. Come on, this is true. This is a fair trade. Okay, so I got a first and a sixth out of trading him. Alright, so you'll give me a fifth round pick for Cole. Alright. Good. Good. This is acceptable. So we've already... We gotta choose our name. Okay, so we're not gonna be the Jaguars. I mean, I like the Diablos. We're gonna be the Diablos. Let's see what the league makes of the news of us being moved. What will a new setting bring out the best in Keenan Cole? Cardinals think it's worth finding out. Sources have confirmed the trade sending Joe Sherbert from the Jaguars to the Cardinals is complete. Yep. It's a bad week for Rob Gronkowski, who now knows he's going to be out a substantial amount of time with an injury. And you traded your O.J. Howard, your backup, to me. All right. That's good. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and advance our week. We want to go to 1-5. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and choose our uniform. That's pretty cool. The white and black is cool for the roads. The red and gray is cool for home. I mean, that's cool for the road, too. interesting things. I like the black and orange, but do I like... So it's either style 1 or style 3. I mean, I am a big fan of style 1. But style 3 though is really good. I think this makes more sense. Style 3 looks better in my opinion. And because it looks better, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go ahead and start the backup. Players are ready to negotiate. I think you're worth re-signing for 1 year. Aaron Lynch. You want a bunch of money, and I don't want to give you a bunch of money, Aaron Lynch. So let's go ahead and get you traded for somebody, for something. He's a star, but he will he'll develop. Westbrook's at 80. Trey Henderson is fine. We've just cleared playing time for you, which is good. Quincy Williams will be at 70 overall. Stats and contracts. Chris Godwin, are you putting up big yards? I mean, not really. Alright. So here's a guy that I don't want to give money to. It's Aaron Lynch, right? Here's my thought process. We can always get backups, right? We can always find backups. So the players you want to retain are your stars. And this guy's not a star. Let's see who needs. Possibly the Bills. There's no reason he can't slide over. Bills are the Patriots. Give me a second round pick for him. Yeah, you are. Don't lie to me and tell me you aren't interested in him. We're getting there. Okay. Just want to make sure. Bills, Patriots, and Vikings are considerably. Will you give me a 4th round pick? Will you give me a 4th round pick if I add in a, like... If I throw in, like, a 6th round pick? Oh, you'll almost do it. There we go. You just wanted the better 6th round pick. That's fine. I'll do it. Just gonna go ahead and rebuild our... And so now we have 3 1st round picks, a 4th round pick, 2 5th round, 3 6th rounds, and 2 7th rounds. So like I said, we're gonna have to dig deep. We're gonna have to dig deep into this draft. Maybe not that deep, but bro, these left tackles are trash. Is there anyone here that's good? Let's go ahead and look at our stats in the league. So we're 25th in offense, 28th in defense, 29th in points scored, 7th in points allowed. So our defense is actually pretty good. Alright, let's choose our stadium. So I'm just going to go ahead and short circuit this process. We're going to go ahead for the deluxe traditional stadium for the max amount of money. And we're going to go ahead and begin the construction, which is going to cost us a ton of money, but we'll deal with it. Alright, we got players ready to negotiate. Now we need to go through and make sure that we want to, anybody we want to trade, we've got to trade now or within the next week. I am going to re-sign this guy if he'll take this deal. I'm also going to re-sign Trey Henderson to a 3-year deal. If we get better offers, we will. If we get better corners, he's always trade bait. Let's see if James O'Shaughnessy will fetch us anything. Let's just go down. We've got 3 first-round picks, so let's go ahead and take a flyer on him. He could be a late first-round pick. Right now, our first-round picks are 2nd, 15th, and 23rd. That could all change. We need to sign players that are. This guy's good. Not that we have any 2nd-round picks, but if we did. this. We can also consider preseason, not preseason, free agency for improving our Leonard Fournette's available to play again. Excellent. Now, if we advance week, we've got to make any trades we're gonna make now. So let's see. We're gonna get rid of James O'Shauri and Cassius. James and Cassius. And James, Cassius, and Perry. Probably gonna keep. We'll probably keep Perry for now. But James and Cassius need to get traded. The rest of them we're just gonna let go. And actually, we should trade him as well. Who needs a tight end? Bucks have got to need a tight end. They've got 3 second-round picks. How about you give me one of them? Oh, that'll put you over. Because actually, now that I think about it, does anybody want him? Start with the Bears. You need a tight end pretty bad. What about a second-round pick? Not interested in him? Are you interested in? Alright. How about a third-round pick, and then I give you... I give you your 6th-round pick as well. There we go. This is me flipping less valuable picks that I've already acquired for players I'm not going to keep into more valuable picks that I can actually use. At this point, do we just keep James O'Shauri? I think we just keep him at this point, because we can sign him for pretty cheap. Yeah, I think at this point we just keep him. So the other player we want to... What position is Perry? Is he a left end? No, he's a defensive player. You know what? Let's look at the Dolphins, the Eagles. Come on, dudes. He's a 71 at 25. He's at least worthy of a backup. Yeah, you're right. They're not interested in a... Who's interested in a cornerback? Who has cornerback as their needs? Come on, like you, the Falcons. There we go. Give me a third-round pick, and we'll call it a day. What about them and a 6? Ah, that has to be close. Come on. Yeah, I'll do it for a 5th. That's fine. It's turning... I'm turning nothing into something. Alright, and now... Now we get to advance our week. And now the rest of the year is just scouting. Yeah, what do you want? 2 million for... It seems like a good deal. Alright. You don't like this deal. Left tackles are what we need, right? Anybody of use here? Nope. Left guards are fine, centers are fine, right guards are fine. Come on, dudes. One player. How does a 62 overall quarterback fare? I mean, your completion percentage is 56%. So it's not amazing. You're putting up essentially backup quarterback numbers as a starter. And the rest of you guys can get auto upgraded. Let's go ahead and take a look at the league at this point. So in the AFC, the Bills are 7-1. The Bills are 7-1. Okay, that's close to real life. They are a really good team. All right. We have the Ravens at 6-1. They're a good team. We've got the Steelers are really good. The Chiefs are good. The Bengals are in the playoff hunt. Patriots are okay. Colts are okay. Titans are okay. Raiders okay. So that's in the AFC. What about in the NFC? The Falcons and Saints are 7-1 and 6-1. Okay. Cowboys are 6-2. Madden loves the Cowboys. The Cowboys you'll see in my other franchise mode that I was playing on my own. The Cowboys were in the freaking playoffs every single year, and often in the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. This game loves the Cowboys. They think they're like way better than they actually are. Panthers, Lions, Seahawks, Cardinals, Packers are not doing too well. Definitely not one seed material. Buccaneers are 2-6. Buccaneers are 2-6. Washington is football team is 1-6. Let's check NFL. Yeah, baby. Right now, I'm the worst team in the NFL, which is what I want. This is good. This isn't acceptable. Stop winning. Stop. Jesus. Don't win. 6 tackles, 2 interceptions from Henderson. We'll go to 2.5 and 4.3 and if 3 years, dude, no. That's alright, fine. We're just gonna let you walk then. We're not interested in you. We're just gonna let the rest of you guys are gonna walk. Answer media question. You're under 5'9", you've watched this turn. Turning around as soon as possible has to be... I mean, I don't like any of these answers. Absolutely, I believe this team is better than its record, but if we're not, there's going to be changes. I mean... Alright. Let's go to right tackle. Oh, we ran out, but he's not going to be very good anyway. But that's fine. Winfield Jr. is getting better. He's already showing off as a star. Henderson is a superstar. Alright. As a rookie, I'm liking this. Wow, we lost 49-0. Ouch. How? I'm gonna go and withdraw this author. We're just gonna go ahead and... It's left outside linebackers that we need. Let's go and look into some defensive tackles as well. This is a good draft for defensive tackles, you can already tell. Look at all these scheme fits. We're gonna have to take a couple. go ahead and advance our week. Upgrade our players. Go ahead and you guys are all awful, but nobody's having a banner year for offense because our offense is trash. Six and 4 winning our division. That's just bad. Let's continue to look at our defensive tackles. Keeping an eye on the fact that, like, this guy's good. He's going to be our target in the 3rd round. He's good as well. So I think we've scouted enough defensive tackles where I mean, 1, 2, 3 players. These guys are all being first. So this is a really great draft for defensive tackles. It's going to be a lot of us once get broken out. We won? No, stop winning. Just... Let's look at the playoff picture if it ended today. Alright, so the Bills are number 1. Ravens are number 2. Colts are number 3. Chiefs are number 4. Steelers 5. Patriots 6. Bengals 7. The NFC, it's the Saints, Seahawks, Cowboys. See what I mean about the Cowboys? Lions, Falcons, Panthers, 49ers. So no Bucks. That's a little surprising. I think I might have hurt them by taking one of their receivers away. And some of their other players. Alright. Let's go ahead and look into tight ends just because we already know that as one. Let's look at punters as well. That's not punters, that's punters. That one's actually really good. One that's a power back. I figured we'd be throwing a lot, so I mean, CJ Henderson, wow. Sometimes we get like really lucky with players. And that's a good drafting by the Jacksonville organization. What are your stats right now? 601 yards, 5 touchdowns. Definitely not interested in paying you anywhere near that amount of money. Alright, Vikings lost. So one option we're going to do at this point is we're going to go ahead and manually scout. I mean, auto scout. We'll fix that in the let's look at my stories. Owner didn't mince words today. He said if the Jaguars didn't turn around in the second half, changes will be made. And we've got like the desire to be there to relocate. This will be the last week we're going to scout. How can right tackle be D plus now? Bro, how can you all be this bad? How the hell out of the entire draft can there be 2 right tackles worth shit? I think Jake Luton, you'll be a decent backup quarterback. Someone will be happy with you anyway. Let's look at the playoff picture. Steelers are now number 1. Patriots are 2. Wow. Bengals aren't in it. Broncos are in it. Steelers are now number 1. That's a jump. Ravens have fallen off hard. Saints are still number 1 here. Still much the same. Not interested. What players are we upgrading? Nobody we care about. Alright. Let's go in and advance. Let's send to the off season. Just want to see if any Jaguars have made the Pro Bowl. Simulating Pro Bowl week. Oops. Alright. Let's go and look at the playoff brackets. So, Patriots are in the Super Bowl again. Without Tom Brady, they're still in the Super Bowl. They won 10-3 the championship game, and the Saints just rolled to the. I I mean, not ruled. They won 2 games by a touchdown, but Cowboys lost to the first round. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Such a pity. Just full disclosure. I'm a Bucs fan, and we're defending Super Bowl champions, and that's what matters. So the rest of it is kind of like whatever. But just gonna go. Just so sad to see them not even. They're gonna be a top draft pick this year, and this season of Madden. Excuse me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and look at the wow. Matt Ryan won MVP with a 9-7 team. All right. Sure. Coach of the year, the Saints coach. Okay, sure. And the AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year went to the Jaguars player, Miles Jack. Oh, that's cool. We won Defensive Player of the Year. With a really bad record, 3-13, which is fine. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, went to Joe Burrow. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to C.J. Henderson, as well it should. Best quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Best running back, were we even on this list? We weren't. Alright. Best wide receiver went to Humphreys. Best O-line went to Schwartz. Best defensive line went to Bosa. So, you won Defensive Player of the Year, but not Best Lineman. Alright then. Cool story, bro. What about in the NFC? Offensive Player of the Year, of course, went to Matt Ryan. Defensive Player went to Levante David of the Bucs, who went 5-11. DeAndre Swift went Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year went to Isaiah Simmons. Best quarterback went to Drew Brees. Ezekiel Elliott for best receiver. Anthony Miller for the Bears was best receiver. Wow. Best O-line was from the Saints. Best D-line was from the Rams. Best linebacker was from the Bears. Best defensive back from the Packers. Anyway. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see, Jay, what your final stats were. Alright, so you threw for 3,339 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. For 55%. I mean, it's not awful. O.J. Howard. Devin White is a field general. Yeah, their overalls are depressed right now because their morale is bad because... Oh, C.J. Henderson is a superstar X Factor. Cool. Love to see it. Yeah, none of this stuff can be upgraded by. Alright, let's hire staff. We want Bruce Arians lost his job. No, he's not signed with the Jaguars. Stop saying that. We're going to change the scheme, so it's fine. What do we... Let's offer you 50 for 4 years for 5 years. You've rejected me. Season recap. Patriots are champions. But of course they are. Okay. Who's retired? Breeze retired. This guy retired. Roethlisberger retired. Adrian Peterson retired. Richie Incognito retired. Terrell Suggs retired. Mercedes Lewis retired. Vinatieri retired. Al Woods, you see, were already the Diablos retired. So all we lost is Al Woods. Okay. Hired coach D. Turner. Let's look at our schemes. West Coast power run, vertical run zone doesn't fit. Still the best. Alright, we'll use those playbooks, that's fine. Three players are ready to negotiate. We don't want to franchise tag any of you. We're not interested in franchise tagging any of you. Let's go and advance to stage 1. We don't have that much cap room. Why? Who's here that would really help us? I mean, we'll take a swing at him. Let's just go ahead and make him. Let's go ahead and offer him $6 million. Let's go ahead and. What's the problem? Okay, we can't afford him. Good to know. What about we need right guards and right tackles? I mean, we'll just. Are there any quarterbacks that are available? For Patrick, Winston's available. Winston's a scheme fit, but like, what does he want? He wants. What he wants, I cannot pay him. See if any of them signed. He declined offer, but the right tackle accepted it. Alright, let's advance. Let's go to next week. Let's go to next week. Let's go to the draft.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
Oh, we're the first pick. Yeah. Hold on. First, I'll pause the draft. Yeah, I think we've got to take him. Even though he doesn't exactly fit our scheme.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
That's fine. Oh, he's normal. Ugh. But he's 75 overall. We want to skip ahead into the draft into the next user pick.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
What the hell do we even... We need everything. Everything. Why is he on our board? So we want to take a first round player. And probably this guy.
The Packers are now on the clock.
But that's okay though. Skip ahead in the draft.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
Wait, what? Should we take 2 quarterbacks? I feel like maybe we should.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Yeah,
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
Let's take a look at my draft board. Let's go ahead and grab him.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Let's go ahead and skip ahead in the draft. Advance to my
The
next
Mexico
pick.
City Diablos are now on the clock.
Look at my draft board. Pick him
The
up.
Jets are now on the clock. The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
Let's see what we scouted and what the AI did. Alright.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Skip ahead in the draft.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
So I think at this point I want to trade.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here. The Mexico City Diablos
We're just
are
gonna.
now on the
The
clock.
rest of these picks are gonna get traded. Yeah.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
Skip ahead in the draft. We're setting
The
ourselves
Mexico
up for
City
next year.
Diablos are now on the clock.
Yeah.
Wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.
We'll do it for round 6.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
Advance the next user pick.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock. I see both teams filling out
This
cards.
is
You know what that
nobody we
means?
wanted.
We've got a trade.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and call this episode here. We'll go ahead and leave it up on the draft recap. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Red Hunter, out.